Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, fellow student and student from other universities, academic and industrial researchers. My name is Rikhotso BN, and the title of my research is Atomistic Simulation Studies of lithiated, sodiated, and magnesiated titanium dioxide nanosphere for metal ion battery application beyond lithium-ion battery. This research is supervised by Professor P. Ingwepe and Dr. D. Sinsei. Titanium dioxide is one of a non-toxic, biocompatible, and inexpensive material with high dielectric constant and chemical stability. It is a semiconductor with a band gap corresponding to the light absorption edge of 387 nanometers. It mainly occurs as rutile and anatase and rarely as brucite in nature, which is why it's very difficult for experimental scientists to produce large-scale brucite phases synthetically in the laboratory. The purpose of my research is to run molecular dynamic simulation on the generated lithiated titanium dioxide, sodiated titanium dioxide, and magnesiated titanium dioxide with 4 different concentrations in the nanosphere system to predict structural evolution and microstructural defects that can be maintained at low and high temperatures. The crystalline and amorphous patterns in the structures were confirmed through radial distribution function in the titanium and oxygen pair. Simulated and experimental X-ray diffraction patterns were also used to confirm the crystallinity. Diffusion coefficients speed of lithium and sodium were evaluated individually and compared amongst themselves. We have used the DL poly code to run all recrystallization, cooling, and heating synthesis on our lithiated, magnesiated, and sodiated titanium dioxide nanosphere. So initially, we intercalated 4 different concentrations of 0.11, 0.15, 0.19, and 0.23 lithium, sodium, magnesium into our generated titanium dioxide nanosphere. The intercalation produced 12 nanosphere system, where all the systems were exposed to recrystallization through an NVT ensemble using a nose hoover thermostat. And then after recrystallization, we ran cooling synthesis on our recrystallization from 1500 Kelvin to 0 Kelvin within 500 interval. After cooling our system, we then heat up our structures from 100 Kelvin to 2000 Kelvin. The obtained structure after recrystallization are indicated in the slide. All structure had able to recrystallize, and then however the structures with 0.19 concentration of lithium and sodium couldn't recrystallize, which is magnified on this side. As you can see, this system shows a melted material where the titanium structure is seen to be highly disordered. So no crystalline layers were found in this system. And then on the other system, crystalline layers were obtained, hence their microstructure were extracted. The recrystallization and the cooling synthesis and the heating synthesis were characterized using the radial distribution function, where the radial distribution function indicated similar characteristics of high peaks at cool temperature, which is the 0K, and high temperature with the 2000 Kelvin temperature, and then at high temperature our system were amorphous, and at low temperature our system were highly crystalline. These characteristics are similar at low concentration and high concentration. So lithium has shown to be diffusing faster in the nanosphere when compared to sodium, and then the magnesium was diffusing at a constant speed at around 0 diffusion coefficients. So lithium was also diffusing at high speed, even with higher concentration of lithium, sodium, and magnesium. Further characterization of the of the X-ray diffraction were done on the system, and then sorry, here we only show XRG at low temperature with their respective structure and microstructure. As you can see, our system were highly crystalline at this cold temperature, where a different kind where three major polymorphs were obtained in the system, and there's a high dominance of the Buchheit phase in all our system. Molecular dynamics assimilation technique was successfully utilized to run the atomistic recrystallization, cooling, heating on our lithiated, sodiated, magnesiated titanium nanosphere. This system shows to be a very smart material because they contain highly crystalline patterns after all recrystallization. However, the system with 0.19 lithium and sodium shown to have melt, and they were confirmed by the respective they were shown by their respective melted structure, and the one that managed to recrystallize were confirmed by their respective microstructural snapshot. The RDF and the XRD patterns had indicated mixture of rutile, bruchite, and anatase polymorph. And then these materials are very smart material that has shown to have excellent defects of open wide channels and tunnels, which provide clean path for the lithium, the sodium, and the magnesium to diffuse faster when exposed to extremely high temperature without any structural deformation. The structural integrity has shown to be maintained inside the system with lithium, sodium, and magnesium. Hence, it suggests that the materials are very good at storing a high content of lithium and magnesium during charging and discharging to improve its performances at high temperature without experiencing any thermal runaway. So the lithiated, sodiated, magnesiated nanosphere material are excellent candidate material for future anode electrode material to be used in large-scale rechargeable ion battery application. I would like to thank everyone. Thank you.